Welcome to Kickstart Business Coaching. I'm Chris Cyrus, your business coach. Today's video is entitled Become a Speaker. As a business owner, becoming a speaker can be a great way of building your brand and getting customer leads. I've been delivering workshops, presentations, motivational talks for the last 7 years to audiences such as hundreds of school children in an assembly or corporate events. So I want to give you some top tips. First of all, there's two types of presentation. There's transformational speaking and there's informational speaking. Transformational speaking is that motivation and that inspirational speaking that awakens you and gets you to take action in life. Leaders in the field are people like Tony Robbins, Les Brown, Eric Thomas, to name a few. And then there's information speaking. And that's where you speak about your business or something you're interested in or passionate about. So for example, a florist may speak about flower arrangement, or a gym expert may speak about diet or lifting techniques. So the first thing is to decide what type of speech you'd like to deliver. And then I've got 3 top tips for you. The first tip is to use personal story. Now this can be something deep and personal or something surface level. What you want is for there to be a connection with the audience and for them to feel like there's similarities between you or maybe they aspire to be like you in some way. Also what you want is for them to feel like they're getting to know you and that there's some type of connection. Second step is to use observational humour. Different from stand-up comedy. Now this can be something that you prepared in your speech as a humorous story, or it can be something more spontaneous on the spot. So for example, if the audience is too quiet, you may say something like, either this is really interesting or really boring. And if you're smiling and if your tone matches, then you'll generally get a response from your audience. The audience recognizes that actually public speaking is quite a difficult task. So they will give you a break and they will engage if you ask them to. So use humor, relax, have fun, and create the right environment. I was recently asked to deliver a keynote speech for a further education company, London Learning Consortium. See if you can identify what type of speech it was and see if I use the 2 top tips. I'll give you tip 3 on the other side. My name is Chris Cyrus and I've given myself the strapline of entrepreneur today. And the reason I've given myself the strapline of entrepreneur today is because I'm excited about business. I'm passionate about business. I'm excited to build my speaking business. I'm excited to build my business that works with young people at risk of offending. I'm excited to build my business of coaching entrepreneurs to fulfill their dreams and aspirations. I'm excited about business. And the question is, what are you guys excited about? The question is, what is your purpose and your passion? And the even bigger question is, can you do it? The real question is, can you do it? That question screams at me all the time. Can you do it? Can you be a better father? For you guys, can you get a promotion? Can you earn more money? Can you, whatever it is you want to do, can you do it? That voice should be screaming. If that voice isn't screaming, if you can't hear that voice, or you can hear that voice but you're stuck where you are, that means that the fear factor or the fear mechanism is doing its job. You guys know about the fear mechanism and the fear, you know what that is? That's the voice that says, nah, you can't really do it. You're not really good enough. You haven't got enough hair. Or you haven't got enough skill, you haven't got enough talent. That hit me at age 15, not the baldness. At age 15, the fear mechanism hit me. I failed my GCSEs and the fear factor hit me and said, you'll never be able to get a good job now. And you're probably not intelligent enough for college, you're probably not intelligent enough for university, and it really hit me. And it said, you know what, you should probably take some shortcuts in life. So I listened and I took some shortcuts. And in 2004 I ended up in Wandsworth Prison. And in Wandsworth Prison I said, I've got to stop listening to that voice. That voice isn't serving me. That voice isn't working for me. I've got to go back to my passion and my purpose. And I realised that my passion and my purpose was to work with people
and to help young people to not be where I was. And I started to look at the opportunity and say, maybe this is meant to be, maybe this is all part of the journey. And I started to ask myself the question, can I do it? And I started to say, yeah. And can I get some education while I'm here so that I can do that job? And I said, yeah. And can I behave myself so that I can get to the open prison and do more education and go home and see my family at the weekends? And I said, yeah. And I've done it, and I moved forward, and in 2009, I set up my first brand, my first organisation, which is Love Life 6958. And it was built from the prison number LL6958. And I had no idea about business. I had the innocence or the ignorance of a baby. You know, when a baby's going through, I've got an 8-month-year-old. And when she sees the food, she doesn't care if it's hot, if it's cold, if it's got liver in it. I want it, I'm going for it, I'm going to get it, I don't care. That's the ignorance or the attitude that I had. And I wanted to deliver my message. And I wanted to work in prison, I wanted to work in school. I didn't care about all the legalities and all the bits and bobs, and I just done it. And I published a book about it, I knew nothing about publishing. I created a CD, and I knocked on the school's doors. And they said, all right, let's see what you've got. And I knocked on the prison's doors, and they said, all right, let's see what you've got. And before I knew it, I was an entrepreneur. Before I knew it, I was delivering my services. I then started to learn a little bit more about business and realised I actually needed to register this company. I actually need to make this thing official. So I created Sales Consultancy, community interest company. But more recently, I created a new business built on my passion of wanting to help people to say yes to their passion. Wanting to help people to say yes to their purpose and support people on that mission.
Hope you've enjoyed the video and the 2 top tips. If you want to be coached on your speaking further, then you can subscribe now at the website www.kickstartbusinesscoaching.com. You can also subscribe to the YouTube for more videos like this. I've just demonstrated tip 3. I look forward to speaking with you soon.